episode of the Sean Farrell podcast. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Jesus Christ died and he rose again. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, I saw this. Orphan New Hampshire boy tormented by bullies dies by suicide a week after his 13th birthday. Okay. So, close it out. There we go. Okay, so an orphan boy in New Hampshire took his own life just 1 week after his 13th birthday when he couldn't handle the relentless bullying he faced at school, his distraught family said. Josiah Michael Dwinell, I hope I said that last name right, 13, ended his life by suicide in Alstead, New Hampshire on March 12th, just 8 days after his birthday. His aunt, Shaina Lyon, confirmed on Facebook. Josiah's mother, Amber, passed away unexpectedly in 2021. According to her obituary, Amber changed her name. Amber changed her Facebook profile picture to an emblem for overdose awareness in 2020. Her cause of death isn't immediate clear. Josiah was taken in by his grandmother, who was doing all she could to combat his bullies, according to Lyon. It was unclear if Josiah was placed with his 5 siblings. Lyon claimed that Joseph was hospitalized numerous times and tried to seek help, but was told by others he was seeking attention. Josiah was hospitalized numerous times and tried to seek help, but was told by others he was seeking attention. See, this is the reason why people are afraid to speak. This is the reason why people are afraid to speak up. Because you got assholes telling a 13-year. Sorry, I'm so hard for cursing. Okay, sorry for cursing. You got these assholes out here telling a 13-year-old boy he's reaching out for help. He was attention seeking. Story continues. He was being bullied at school and on the bus, and not one person outside his home tried to help him, she wrote. Lyon said Josiah seemingly decided after a bus ride that he couldn't handle the bullying anymore, and eventually pushed him to end his life. She noted that Josiah, trigger warning. Trigger warning. She noted that Josiah never learned how to swim. He was an amazing brother, son, nephew, and all-around young man who meant so much to everyone who knew him. Josiah brought light and joy to our lives, and his absence leaves a hole in our hearts that can never be filled. Lyon wrote on a GoFundMe for Josiah's funeral. The fundraiser easily cleared its original $6,500 goal and was creeping towards $24K as of Sunday evening. Many of Josiah's family members, including cousins he had never met, changed their social media profile pictures to teal and purple. Suicide awareness ribbon. Why do we continue to tell people that they are attention seeking when they are seriously reaching out for help? Okay. Don't you realize that you are pushing these people over the edge when you should tell them that? Okay. Don't you realize you are pushing them over the edge when you should tell them that? I talk about this all the time. A small mental fire in your brain, okay, that can easily be diffused by just you taking the time to say, what's wrong? Tell me about it. Instead, you give simplistic answers. You tell them, oh, it's not that bad. I had someone who was like that. They got over it in a week. Cheer up. Get out more. You're attention seeking. That kind of talk pushes people over the edge, okay? That kind of talk pushes people over the edge because, um, and this is something that occurs a lot um, when people call into 988 and you ask them about their support systems, okay? More often than not, they'll tell you, um, well, my parents said, get over it. My such and such said, get over it. It just said, cheer up, snap out of it, okay? That's something that we hear very often when people who are thinking about suicide calling it 988, okay? Okay. We need to stop pushing these people away. Okay. We have got to stop pushing these people away and thinking they're attention seeking. Okay. Because they're not. They're not attention seeking. Okay. Take every threat of suicide seriously. Okay. Take every threat of suicide seriously. Don't tell them they are attention seeking. Okay. Because they can really come back to that can really come back to bite you. That can really come back to bite you. And now you have people who tell 13-year-old Josiah, who was reaching out for help, you're you are attention seeking. Your level of care must be so low. Okay, your understanding and your level of care for others must be so low that you actually had the nerve to say this to a young 13-year-old kid who was genuinely reaching out. Is your care level for people that low? And is your unwillingness to understand the situation that he's going through that low? Okay. That all you can say is he's attention seeking? Is your level of care for people that low that you would say he's attention seeking? It's not how to say attention seeking. Okay. It is not attention seeking. Take every threat of suicide seriously. Okay. Take it seriously. And obviously, these people who were telling him you're attention seeking. Okay. obviously those people had no kind of willingness to understand his situation, no kind of willingness to help this kid. Okay. And look what ended up happening. Okay. Look what ended up happening. He reached out for help. He was told he was attention seeking. That's going to make a 13-year-old kid feel like nobody cares. Okay. And then when they feel like nobody cares, and on top of that, they're being relentlessly bullied by other kids. Okay. Look what you get. Someone who ended their life by suicide because other people wouldn't take the time to invest in this kid to help him out. And yet they said he was attention seeking. We got to do better. We have to do better. We have to do better. We have to stop telling these young kids who are reaching out for help when it comes to mental health they are attention seeking, because they are not. They are not. I've said this before. Teenagers today have 10 times the pressure, 10 times more things they have to deal with than what we had to deal with when I was in high school. Okay. There's so social media, schoolwork, um, relationships, breakups. It's just a lot more things that teenagers have to deal with in 2026 than what we had to deal with in 2004. Okay. So don't push these kids away who say they need help when it comes to mental health issues or with anything in general. Don't push these kids away. Don't push these kids away. You can extinguish the small mental fire and stop it from turning into a blaze by just saying, hey, what's wrong? Do you want to talk about it? I'm here to listen. Okay. And so those are the type of people who call 988. Okay. The people who have been completely dismissed by their family, their friends, um, or the people at school who they turn to seek help. Okay, those are the type of people who call 988. Okay, yeah, yeah, and we are more than happy to help them. More than happy to listen to them, listen to their pain, listen to what they're dealing with, listen to the darkness that they deal with every day, trying to pull themselves up out of a dark place. Okay, don't push these kids away when it when they reach out for help, when they come to you and say, hey, I'm being bullied. Don't dismiss these kids. Okay. Kids are dying by suicide as young as 10. 10. Okay? That's a pro. That's a problem. No, they are not attention seeking. Okay? Don't push these kids away. All right. That's it. And that's all for the Shot for Real podcast. I am out of here. Peace out. You matter. You're loved. You're more than enough. Don't let anybody else ever convince you. Okay? Don't give up on yourself. All right? Peace.